Hi loves, and welcome back to the channel. Dinma here. So if you're just seeing my beautiful face for the very first time, kindly tap on that red subscription button to join my family. Also give this video a thumbs up, that way we'll be able to reach more audience. I know I've been trending on this channel. I know I've not been uploading as I should, but guys, by God's grace, I'm back. So on today's video, I felt I should share with you some essential tools that you need as a new natural or even as an old natural, because some of us don't have some of these tools, and then they are very important. Okay, if you want to manage your hair better, if you want your hair to thrive, these are the tools you need. You definitely need all these tools because they are very important. You need them to make your hair journey smooth. Okay, without wasting much of your time, I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to be starting off with some essential tools, the simple ones that everyone needs, and very affordable tools that I'm sure everyone needs for their hair to thrive. So the first tool that I'm going to be sharing with you is spray bottle. Guys, I can't overemphasize this. I'm so sorry if you're hearing any noise from the background. Aircraft will be flying here and there because I think this is their route. I'm so sorry if you're hearing that noise. You hear it from time to time. Over my roof is their route, so please pardon me. Yeah, our first tool is spray bottle. This is very important. Okay, your hair needs moisture to thrive, so you have to give your hair moisture. You need these bottles to hydrate your hair. Your hair needs to be hydrated, okay, at all times. That way it can be soft and manageable enough for you to be able to manipulate or to do whatever you want to do with your hair. Either you pour water or hair tea, or basically a mixture of your conditioner and water and some oils to this spray. Use it to hydrate your hair, and then before you proceed with your moisture routine, okay, or before you start applying your leave-in creams and sealants. All right, so this is very important. Okay, you can have as many as you want depending on your pocket, okay, but this is very important for all natural. Okay, if you're a natural, if you have natural curly hair, kinky curly hair, you should know what I'm talking about, that you need this bottle. I have some white tooth combs. I have different types. I've been buying white tooth combs and I've been keeping them really safe. I got different types, but my favorite, if you've been watching me on my other channel, you already know that I love to use this a lot. I use this a lot. If you have been following me on my other channel or on my Instagram, you know that I love to use this because the tooth, they are wide enough compared to these ones. I have other combs that I can show you. I have this. Anyone I see that I feel that I like, I will purchase them because they are not a waste. This is professional comb kit. I also have this just in case I need anything from here, I can get it. All right, I newly purchased this one. There are a lot of combs, different forms, different types out there that you can purchase. Now moving on to the third on my list, I've got rat tail combs. These are combs. This looks like white tooth comb and it's also a rat tail comb. This can serve as your detangling comb, just your white tooth comb for detangling or combing out your hair, because the tooth are wide enough, and it also have got this rat tail stuff that you can use to part your hair. Basically these are used for parting of hair. I've got different types. This is the one that those market women use for parting hair, and I love it. I thought it wise to purchase it. It also comes in plastic and also in a wooden form. The ones that I always see that are rampant is the wooden form. So these are my rat tail combs for basically parting your hair and styling. Now moving on to the next on my list, I've got some Afro pick comb. This is what you use to fluff out your afro, should in case you want to rock your afro. All right, this is something you can use to fluff out your afro. Next on my list, I've got brush. So this is brush that you can use to smoothen your hair. Let's take for instance, you styled your hair in a form of a bun or a pony, just as I have right here. You can just use this to smoothen your hair and off you go. So this brush is very important for those of us that love to pack our hair, because I've been wearing this hair for over 3 weeks now, and I'm loving it. It doesn't put tension on my scalp. It's just very simple. I've been rocking it and everyone admires it, in as much as it's freezing out, and I still love it. All I do is just to use this brush and then smoothing it, and off I go. I can leave my edges if I like. I can leave my hair like that, provided I smoothen it with this brush. Moving on to the next on my list, I've got some edge brushes. These edge brushes is what you use to lay your edges. Some of us use our toothbrushes, but I think it's better you get these brushes because they are made solely for the edges, not your toothbrush. And this edge brushes comes with a little comb that you can still use to comb out your baby hairs if you like, or to brush out your baby hairs, but in a mild way. I'm not telling you to go snag your baby hairs and cut them off, but it's perfect for your edges. The bristles, with the very nice and soft bristles, they are not as hard as some toothbrushes that you may be using to lay your edges. Now moving on to the next, I've got a pair of hair shears. All right, this hair shears is something you use to cut your weak ends, because if you don't cut your weak ends, they keep on traveling and splitting the more, and at the end of the day you may not like your hair. So this is something you are to use to cut off your knots. If you notice any knots on your ends, make sure you cut them off. And again, that reminds me, you should be on a schedule. You should trim your hair on a schedule. All right, always trim your hair, like not every time. I for one, I trim my hair every 3 months. That way I don't always encounter knots on my ends. My ends doesn't split, because again, I tuck them in. As you can see, you barely see my ends in this towel that I'm wearing, because I tie them very well and tuck them in. So you need hair shears just in case you meet single strand knot or your hair is splitting. You just have to cut it off, because you cannot mend split ends and you cannot mend knots. If the hair is knotting, my sister, you're to use this to cut it off. This is safe for cutting off weak ends and split ends than scissors. Someone will say, I will just get scissors to do it. No, your hair shear does it correctly. So moving on to the next thing that I have, I've got some detangling brushes. Okay, yeah, I've been building my collection and I've got a lot. Now I've got the diamond brushes. I've got this one that a brand gifted me, and then this other two that I got. So any of them can go if you're the type that love to detangle your hair with brushes. Some people don't like to detangle their hair with detangling brushes. They prefer to use wide tooth comb. That's fine, but I for one, I have to have this in my collection, because I think I've shared a video with you people where I've used detangling brushes and they are not bad, even though I prefer to use my wide tooth comb most of the time. But I have this and I love them. Make sure to always use this when your hair is properly detangled, because if your hair is not properly detangled and you use this, I'm sorry, it's going to snag your hair. That's one demerit about this. So if you want to really enjoy this, make sure before you use it, make sure your hair is properly detangled. Now moving on to the next thing that I've got on my list, I've got some hair clips. Guys, you need hair clips. Okay, you need some hair clips to hold your hair in place, because natural hair is not like relaxed hair that you can just comb everything all together. Natural hair is kinky and it's coily. If you're not careful, you're going to lose a lot of hair. So by sectioning your hair using these clips, that way you're going to minimize shedding and breakage. I've got two different types. I have the crocodile clips. These are the normal clips, okay? These ones are crocodile, that's what they call it. And I have that in different colors as well, just in case, because all these things can misplace at any time. So if you have enough, even if they misplace, you have something to fall back at. So these are sectioning clips for sectioning your hair and holding your hair in place if you're the type that work in sections. But basically everyone should work in sections when handling their kinky natural hair. All right, the next thing that I have on my list is this shampoo brush. Some of us like to use brushes while shampooing their hair. I for one, I love to use the top of my fingers to shampoo, or my nails to shampoo if I'm shampooing. But the best thing to use for shampooing your hair is this shampoo brush. You just put it on your scalp and then work in circular motion, while the bristles helps to loosen up, product build up, and any dirt you have on your scalp. This is highly recommended. And again, you can use this to massage your hair. It's not only a shampoo brush, it can be used for scalp massages. All right, so moving on to the next, I have scalp massager. I have this scalp massager. This is how it comes. Just in case you're looking for where to buy some of these tools, you can go on Amazon and then get it. This is an electronic scalp massager. It uses USB. So this is the port where you charge it. After charging it and it's full, you can use it. This can serve as your shampoo brush, and it can serve as your scalp massager. Basically, it's scalp massager that is written on the pack. You guys have seen me use this countless times on my other channel. This is really helpful for me. I love to massage my scalp a lot, so this comes in handy all the time. Anytime I want to massage my scalp, even though I'm tired, I just place it on my head and then on it, and it's massaging my scalp. All I will just do is just to move it from one point to the other, one section to the other. So I highly recommend this for any natural who really wants to grow their hair, because hair grows from the scalp. Okay, so if you're massaging your hair, if you're consistent with it, it's going to help you grow thicker hair, because that's what has helped me. If you've watched my previous video on my other channel, you already know that I love scalp massages a lot. I do it a lot of the time, and that helps my hair stay thick and healthy. The more you massage, the more it helps with blood circulation on your scalp. Another very important thing that I want to show you guys on this video is hair bonnet, satin hair bonnet. Like, I've met this lady who told me that the daughter's hair was receding at the back, that the hair was short at the back and then long in front, and I quickly reminded her that is because her baby doesn't sleep on satin bonnet or satin pillowcase. You know, babies can't sleep on this. Sometimes they yank it off and throw away. But the best way to do it is to get satin material, satin bedsheet, satin pillowcase for them. That way they don't have to wear this. Once you lay them on the bed, that satin is very mild on the hair, but cotton materials can cause friction, and that can rip off your hair. It's very important. Don't say it is not important. Don't just go to bed. If you're tired, come back from work, I think the first thing you should do is to throw in your hair bonnet. before you forget, because the more you sleep on cotton materials, the more friction, and the more it rubs off all the moisture in your hair and makes your hair brittle and then shed a lot. Sometimes you don't know why our hair is shedding and breaking. It could be as a result of you not sleeping on satin bonnet. It could be as a result of you not protecting your hair before you sleep. So moving on to the next, I have some hair accessories. In as much as this is not that important, but we need hair accessories. Just as I'm packing my hair in a bun, I'm using these scrunchies to hold my hair in place. You don't have to use rubber bands when trying to hold your hair. No, that can actually mess with your hair. So you just have to use scrunchies to hold your hair, and other accessories. I'm too lazy to go to where I pack my accessories because there are a lot of them. You have so many beautiful accessories, hair clips that you can use to style your hair or to hold your hair in place. I have some dryers, blow dryers, and then this detangling dryer that I got last year from Revlon. I also have this other one that mimics that, but not really. So you need dryers. You need these just in case you want to straighten your hair out. You need all of these. You need any of these, any one you can get. This is, I think this is the highest. This is perfect. But if you can't afford this, you can get this, or you can get this. But before you use any of those two, you have to use a heat protectant, at least to protect your hair before you blow it out. That way you're not damaging your hair, because heat can actually damage your hair. So another essential tool that you need as a natural is this cap, heat processing cap. This is what you should use while deep conditioning, just for heat to penetrate, just for your products to penetrate very well. You need this heat processing cap to, especially if your hair is low in porosity. Before, I usually use my grocery bags, but now I know better. This works perfectly. Not that grocery bag will not give you the same effect, but this is faster. When you use this is faster. It can take you like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to deep condition your hair with this for products to penetrate than when you use plastic bags from groceries. So when you use grocery bags, those bags can take longer. Okay, it can take you up to 1 hour before your hair gets processed. Another thing I have to show you is plastic cards. These plastic cards, they are what you use. This is how they come. I got a pack. This is how they come. Whenever you're deep conditioning, you can cover your hair with this plastic cap. Cover your hair with this, and then before putting it on in the heat cap. So you just have to, or even if you're showering, you don't want water to touch your hair, you can use this to protect your hair. You have a style on that you don't want water to touch while bathing, you can use this. You can also get shower cap. So there are a lot of options, or you can use grocery bags. Another thing that I want to show you guys is this apron. Okay, this apron is for deep conditioning, or if you're working on your hair or you're styling your hair, you should use this to protect your cloth from messing up. So after, you can just wash this out. Use this to protect yourself while you're working on your hair or while you're dressing up. These are the essential things you need as a natural to make life easy for you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment. What do you have? All the things that I've shared here, which do you have? Which do you plan on getting? Let me know in the comment section. Which do you think are not necessary? Let me know all of that in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video shortly. Bye. Mwah.